So this is the Sony Digitizer pen that comes with the Vaio Duo 11, which is behind me here. There's a couple of things I want to tell you about the Digitizer pen that fit the design of the Duo. The Duo is obviously a slider. Now, slider designs have a big disadvantage in that you lose a lot of the area of the base in which you could fit the keyboard. So as a consequence, the keyboards are fairly compact in terms of front to back sizing. Sony have done a nice little job with this one in including a track point instead of a touchpad, so you gain that advantage of the space by putting the touchpad into the touch pointer. Unfortunately, the touch pointer is not ideal. It's an optical one. It would have been nice to have a physical one. But there's one great advantage about this design, and this is something really that I hadn't considered too much before, and that's stability. Look where the center ball, the base point of the screen is, and if you can imagine that you've got this very strong plate at the back, you can easily see that it's a very, very solid screen. Now, it's not adjustable, but it has big advantages. When it comes to using a digitizer, that's exactly what you want. And this is a touch pressure sensitive digitizer. So you have a really nice, in fact the best Ultrabook I've ever tested with a digitizer, the best possibility to use all the features of a digitizer pen. This is not an N-Trig, this is, and he's forgotten the name of the manufacturer of the layer there, but it's irrelevant. This is active digitizer, so you can do things like hovering, and as you can see I'm not touching the screen, but I am hovering here. And if you were to go to, here's a website which has got some hover actions, like, that's that one there, it's probably got hover action. Well, at least you get the mouse over tips as well. Let's just go to here. I believe that if we go to all posts here, I can demonstrate here some mouse over actions. I'm just going to zoom right in, and here you'll see the mouse over action. Now those menu items, and I'm not touching the screen, those menu items are not available with the finger. You see that? But if you use a digitizer, there's the additional menu items. And that is something you'll find embedded in many websites. Pull down menus, for example, often have a mouse over action, and with the finger it's not possible to get them. So the digitizer allows you to pull out those missing bits of web pages that you don't get on a touchscreen device. So two advantages there. The digitizer is adding more features to the web pages. It's adding, of course, ability to do pressure-sensitive work with applications like Fresh Paint, and I hope I can just quickly demonstrate that here. We'll just go to something I did earlier and try and demonstrate some difference in, there you go. So I can do the light, and I can do heavy as well. Can you see that? Just do that once more. So just a light touch on the screen. So not touching, you can see where the pointer is. Just a light touch there, and then down to a heavy touch. I think it's 128 points. And I'm pushing pretty hard. You can actually see the device moving back. Now let me just move in this Lenovo Yoga 13. And I'm going to apply the same pressure to the screen on this. It's irrelevant what happens when I apply the pressure, but there you go. You see the flex, and that's about the same pressure I was applying here. Okay, I can move the whole device by pushing hard, but this one you've got all that horrible flex, which means you don't get the advantage of the pressure sensitivity there. Once again, pushing, tapping really nice and hard on this, tapping nice and hard on that, and you can see the screen wobble. So that is, in a nutshell, the advantage of the slider design. This is an extremely stable design for digitizer work. It's also an extremely stable design if you're using it, for example, on the side of a chair or even on your lap. In fact, it's one of the nicest touchscreen devices I've ever used in terms of really stable usability and accuracy of touch and pen work. And of course, with the Windows 8 user interface, that brings advantages as well. As a tablet, that's another matter. Read the review on ultrabooknews.com for more information about the Sony Vaio Duo 11, but we'll leave it at that to say that that's one of the best digitizer based tablets, or digitizer enabled tablets that I've ever tested.